Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Classified Captures. Brace yourself for a spine-tingling odyssey that will send shivers down your spine. We kick off today's episode with footage from a biker exploring the woods. Two weird things happen in the footage. Have a look. At first glance, the biker seems to be enjoying himself, and the footage appears perfectly ordinary, until he mentions the broken log and his shin.
Violated that log, man. You see how that log's broken in half? My shin broke it in half.
At that point, it's clear that something went awry. Luckily, he's still riding the bike and seems unharmed. A closer look at the footage, however, and we spot a funny-looking creature in the background. The alien-looking creature doesn't look like anything you'd see or expect to find in the wild, but there it is. Also, in the first few seconds of the video, we hear a certain sound.
Violated that log, man. You see how that log's broken in half? My shin broke it in half.
Did you catch that? It sounds alien, almost reminiscent of the creature we spotted near the end of the footage. Could this be a genuine encounter? Is this our first contact with an extraterrestrial visitor? Did an alien spacecraft quietly touch down in the woods, only to be unexpectedly interrupted by the biker? And here's the kicker. Can we even trust the authenticity of the footage? Numerous questions, yet no answers. What do you think is happening here? Share your thoughts in the comment section. As a hiker ventured along his well-trodden path, a desire to capture its enchanting allure urged him to wield his camera, immortalizing each fleeting moment. Let's take a look at what he captures. Entering a remote stretch of the trail, a small rabbit graces his path. Swiftly zooming in with his camera, he pauses, captivated by the serenity of the scene. Regrettably, this tranquil interlude is abruptly shattered. A growing unease takes hold, gnawing at him without a clear cause. Resolute but puzzled, he chooses to retrace his steps. The further he ventures into the woods, the more unsettling the occurrence has become, prompting his steps to hasten. An eerie symphony envelops him, whispering secrets only the forest knows. Swiftly he turns, only to find that the rabbit, phantom or reality, has vanished without a trace. Amid the disquiet, a faint voice emerges from the depths of the woods, a mere whisper of, "Hi there," or perhaps my senses deceive me. Soon, however, the whispers morph into what seems like a woman's voice.
Who's right
The sounds, however, are far from comforting. They carry an eerie and distressing tone. Scared, he quickly runs out of the place and posts this online, asking for input and help on what he may have seen. While he and many who viewed the footage believe this quick departure may have saved his own life, a user in the original post proposed an unsettling theory. They suggested the voice sounded like that of a woman who had been gagged, pleading for help. They believe he had the opportunity to save someone who'd been kidnapped or someone who was being trafficked. Watching it on repeat again, I'm tempted to agree with the second person. What do you personally think? This next footage you're about to see was captured on a Trailcam, seemingly during the near darkness of night. In the capture, we see a dense forest of trees, setting the scene for our intriguing discovery. In the center of the capture, we see a mysterious object that's practically unidentifiable. It might appear to be part of the foliage at first, but upon closer inspection, we start to see it for what it really is, a creature with peculiar scales and a green hue, giving it an otherworldly appearance. There's no way it looks like any type of plant. I mean, a little like maize, but there's no way it would pass for one. The creature, or whatever it is, also appears to have a rugged texture adorned with spikes, leaving no surface untouched. In fact, it could almost be mistaken for the relic of a cryptid encounter. Taking a gander at its suspended leg uncannily resembles that of a lizard or a chicken, perhaps. Is this an example of a mutated animal, or could it be an entirely new form of cryptid? Share your thoughts in the comments section. Aliens are all the buzz now, and we can understand why, but this is footage from some years ago, and we can't even emphasize enough how eerie looking it is. Take a look. So what do you see in the footage? Did you initially think it was an alien or an extraterrestrial being? If so, I wouldn't blame you. Interestingly, some individuals have been sharing snapshots of this creature on paranormal pages, claiming it to be an alien. But what if I told you that this isn't an alien at all? What if I said that what you're seeing is actually a bear? Would you be surprised? The creatures you're witnessing in the footage are actually bears that supposedly reside in a sanctuary in Germany. Strangely, they began losing their fur at a certain point without any apparent reason. In fact, even the zookeepers couldn't pinpoint the exact cause. Either way, you have to admit that bears look pretty different when they don't have their coating and fur. Although the circumstances are unfortunate, it's interesting to see. Wouldn't you say? Still on the subject of Bigfoot, you might want to see this next footage taken that might just be the most controversial Bigfoot post we have ever made. In the first few seconds of the footage, we see a struggle between whoever is recording and a larger creature. The creature appears ape-like. According to the explorer whose video it is, that was a scuffle between himself and Bigfoot. Sounds wild, right? And there's more to the story. This intrepid explorer claims to have successfully killed the creature. He even provides pictures and, more astonishingly, the corpse's evidence. Let's take a look. Yep, that's Bigfoot according to the explorer. He actually believes and states he killed Bigfoot. If you're struggling to see the Bigfoot in the footage, it might be due to his actions, but let's pause for a moment. What are your thoughts? Could he have indeed met the creature, or is this a made-up story to get famous? Share your thoughts and feelings in the comments section. I have had chills, but never have I had chills down my spine like this before. And guess the culprit. The next footage I'm about to show you, the footage was taken by residents of Oregon way back in 2013. From the depths of the woods, a chorus of hysterical laughter echoes through the night, sending shivers down spines and chills through souls. The very air seems to vibrate with the eerie sound, a melody that's both haunting and otherworldly. No one knows what or who was making the sounds, but one dared venture into the woods to find out. Some speculate it could be a hyena, a creature known for its distinctive cackles, but with every passing moment, doubt creeps in. The sheer loudness and persistent nature of the laughter seems to defy any logical explanation. Whatever this entity is, it's not your typical forest dweller. Photobombing is typically associated with human antics, but when another species gets in on the act, it seems that wildlife might just have more fun than we do. It's almost like a scene out of The Penguins of Madagascar, offering a glimpse into the world beyond human understanding. Take a look. This snapshot was taken, uploaded, and shared on a scorching afternoon. Amid the expanse of a sprawling plantation, two lovers are clearly reveling in the moment. Perhaps they were on a land-hunting adventure, exploring a few acres of the plantation. Little did they realize their joyful moment was about to be unexpectedly interrupted by an intruder lurking in the trees. A brown-hued creature perched in the trees, emanating an air of unwavering confidence with its effortlessly executed pose. Currently, the identity of this photobomber remains a mystery, though its distinctive brown appearance is evident. Could it be a small creature like a squirrel moving in the background? Is it a much larger creature like a bear, or possibly a cryptid? Well, the online community is divided about this. What do you think? Next, we have this Trailcam footage that's had us scratching our heads. What do you see in the footage? It starts off looking like your everyday Trailcam capture, a nice capture of a raccoon going about its business in the evening, but look up. Do you see it? Right in the top corner of the footage, there are a set of lights moving in a way that makes me believe they're from the same aircraft. But no human aircraft have lights arranged like that unless I'm unaware, which I highly doubt. To add to that, there are no flight paths where this footage was taken. What could we be dealing with then? Well, the answer is simple: a potential spacecraft. Just a few weeks ago, my claims might have seemed far-fetched, but considering that certain well-known government entities are now monitoring spacecrafts, I don't think I'm too far off the mark. Seriously though, what do you think that thing in the footage is? Tell us in the comments section. We've been asking you to send in your footage, and one subscriber sent in these odd and enigmatic captures, and they are just the way we like them. Have a look. These captures were taken in the woodlands some time ago. They're oddly intriguing us, making it challenging to determine their nature. In the captures, we see some kind of dog-furred creature moving through the leaves. While the features are different to discern, it's clear that the creature in the footage bears no resemblance to humans or any known wildlife. From the capture, we can tell that whatever it is, assuming it's not a large shadow or simply a function of the camera, is huge. This leads us to consider the intriguing possibility that we might be dealing with a cryptid. And which cryptid fits the bill? Well, you guessed it: Bigfoot. Could this enigmatic figure be Bigfoot? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section. If you have followed and been on this channel for long, you know we only love to post Trailcam captures, but this next one has us so spooked that we just had to show it to you. Have a look. The video starts with what looks like a couple of friends enjoying a drive. This atmosphere is, however, interrupted when they realize that there's something chasing them, which is weird because they're on a highway. Glancing behind, they spot a figure, or perhaps a humanoid-like creature in pursuit. In a matter of seconds, the creature closes in, prompting them to accelerate. But how could it catch up so quickly? Who or what is this? Even Usain Bolt might struggle to match such speed. Upon closer examination, we notice the creature's white or pale skin and distinctly human-like features. Yet the extraordinary speed and appearance defy any human explanation. Our thoughts turn to the possibility of a cryptid, perhaps even the infamous rake. But can a rake move with such speed? Well, that remains a mystery. But what do you guys think? There is something about mountain hiking and paranormal sightings. People who go to the highlands always seem to have a tale to tell, especially on the Appalachian Trail. This footage was uploaded onto the internet and it remains a mystery to date. A hiker went to the Appalachian Trail when he came across this strange creature. The creature looked like some kind of a bird, but was bigger. It had white feathers and a large beak. However, its eyes were big and hollow. The creature stood hidden behind a tree, so it's hard to make out the rest of its features. The internet became a canvas for the world to ponder, a virtual gallery for the enigma captured on film. Yet alas, despite the collective brainpower of the internet's denizens, the creature remains nameless, its identity as elusive as the morning mist. The realm of possibility widens. Is this an undiscovered species, an interdimensional visitor, or a resident of the paranormal's menagerie? What do you think? Behold the spectacle that beckons us into the heart of the woods, a sight that prompts us to question our senses. Is that a tree sprouting horns? But hold your breath, dear observers, for truth often dances on the fine line between the extraordinary and the everyday. While our minds may be inclined to plunge into the depths of the paranormal, this tale hails from a different realm, one where the spirits of tradition and ritual intertwine with the roots of the earth itself. As people of the paranormal community are tempted to believe this is a tree growing horns, fear not, dear enthusiasts of the unexplained, for the answer for this enigma lies within the annals of human history. There is an ancient ritual where the natives of the land back then put the slaughtered heads of rams into the trunk of the tree. With time as their muse, they fused with the very fibers of the tree, becoming one with its essence, an immortal testament to the connection between the tangible and the mystical. That's what's happening here, at least we think so. If you believe it's mystical, however, we won't take that from you. In this episode, we bring back our bonus footage section. Can you guess what this beautiful creature is? It looks beautiful, doesn't it? But what creature is it? What species? Do you know any facts about them? If you do, tell us in the comments section. Start with bonus footage so we easily identify it. The most accurate description with the rarest fact will win a feature in our next video. All the best. Stepping away from the mysterious, let's look at something humorous. Have you ever seen a bear scratch itself? Watch this footage. Given that they don't have arms or the flexibility we do, they have to count on external means to scratch their backs. Most bears also live alone, leaving them with no assistance. During such times, trees become their best companions. And let's be honest, when you add music to the mix, their back scratching resembles a dance. Have you ever seen a bear do this in real life? Tell us in the comments section. The stage is set for a spine-tingling tale from the depths of the unknown. In this footage, we have a crew of brave sewage workers descending into the underbelly of an abandoned sewer in Liverpool, but guess what they encounter on their way down? As the intrepid explorers ventured deep into the subterranean labyrinth, a flicker of movement in the shadows caught their attention. A mysterious figure, an enigmatic intruder lurking in the darkness. Did I say intruder? It looked like it was pretty much at home. Perhaps the sewage workers were the ones invading its home and had to make sure it was safe. Either way, eager to capture this unearthly encounter, they whipped out their trusty recording device, turning the scene into a reel straight out of a found footage thriller. And there, in the obsidian abyss, behold the unexpected, a pair of luminous eyes akin to stars glimpsing through the fabric of the cosmos. As soon as the eyes noticed they were being filmed or watched, they retreated. Within seconds, however, those glowing eyes returned, accompanied by a spectral arm reaching out from the darkness, its fingers tracing the very walls as if they held secrets untold. Alas, the jig was up. The creature had been caught in the spotlight, and in a flash it scurried away like a character fleeing the scene of a crime. What manner of being is this, you ask? A creature straddling the line between the human and the monstrous, its arms hinting at a humanoid form, while its radiant eyes evoke the eerie allure of the unknown. There's only one creature that fits this description, the Rake. What do you think? If you've been a faithful follower of our chronicles, you're well aware that venturing alone into the depths of the woods is a recipe for hair-raising adventures that you won't find in any travel brochure. Watch this video. The footage was captured by a lone hiker innocently embracing the serenity of nature's embrace, unaware of the chilling plot twist about to unfold. As he meanders through the leafy labyrinth, a peculiar sensation tingles down his spine. A subtle whisper of unease that only Mother Nature can master. He turned around only to spot this strange woman standing by a tree. Frozen in time, this spectral maiden gazes upon the world with a lifeless demeanor. But here's where things go from eerie to downright bone-chilling. Rivulets of a crimson-like liquid trickle down her face like a nightmarish raindrop painting her existence with an otherworldly palette. Was she a mere illusion, a puppetry of light and shadow, or did the woods conceal something far more sinister? A ritual gone awry, an ancient curse brought to life in this isolated clearing? Could it be a fallen soul trapped between realms, or a mirage concocted by the forest's twisted imagination? Or could it simply be a setup and a hoax? It's hard to say, but what do you think? If the enigmatic lady gave you shivers, what follows might just send you tumbling into a whirlwind of spine-tingling disbelief. Brace yourselves, for the stage is now set for a nightmarish performance captured by the ever-watchful lens of a Trailcam. A creature not of this world or realm emerges from the shadows, a colossal figure, wolf-like in form, but oh so much more. Glowing eyes pierce through the darkness, their radiance reminiscent of moonlight. This entity, this aberration that defies the very fabric of logic, boasts muscles that will make even Schwarzenegger raise an eyebrow. Imagine a wolf sculpted by the hands of a bodybuilder, a creature whose brawn could wrestle with the very essence of fear itself. As if that was not enough, it has a face that strikes terror into the hearts of the stoutest souls. Although we may never experience its bite, it has teeth that appear to be as sharp as a guillotine's blade, and for some odd reason it has eyes locked onto the camera with great, yet fearful intensity. That's certainly no ordinary wolf. I mean, its features look like a splice between human and wolf DNA. The proportions are all wrong. This creature stands defiantly on the outskirts of normalcy, its very size a challenge to reality itself. If you love the paranormal, identifying this shouldn't be too hard. It's definitely a werewolf. But is this image real, though? If there truly is a creature out there that looks like this, well, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. What do you think? Now let's shift gears and bask in the heartwarming embrace of nature's comedians, the southern pigtailed macaques, the real VIPs of the jungle catwalk. These fuzzy mischief makers, known scientifically as Macaca nemestrina, are the stars of today's show. Confused? Watch this. Cute, right? Well, don't let their cherubic appearances fool you. For beneath those innocent faces lie the souls of true tricksters. Observe as they gather round the camera like paparazzi at a Hollywood premiere, curiously inspecting this alien contraption in their jungle paradise. They hop, they skip, they swing, and all the while they're plotting their next grand caper. What could that be, you ask? Hold onto your bananas, folks, for the climax is nigh. One brave, or should we say brazen, member of the troupe steps up to the plate with a glint of mischief in those mischievous eyes. It reaches out to snag the device. Is it successful, though? Well, we're watching the footage, meaning they never got away with it. Although the camera falls out of place, for some odd reason, these monkeys are unable to get away with it, fortunately for their owner. But have you had any encounters with monkeys or apes of any kind? Did they steal anything from you? Tell us in the comments section, as we'd really love to know. Now let's turn our gaze to the majestic and quiet character, the bull elk, a fellow who's got a peculiar way of preparing for the grand dance of romance. Look at this gentle giant adorned with an impressive crown of antlers, ready to woo the cow elks with a performance that can only be described as unconventional. Behold the spectacle known as wallowing, a practice that might seem to human eyes as if our dashing bull is getting a little too cozy with the mud. But lo and behold, there's more to this than meets the eye. The bull elk, with an air of determination worthy of a rom-com hero, plunges his antlers into the soft embraces of the earth as if he's a maestro conducting an opera of attraction. But let's not be too hasty in judgment, for in the animal kingdom, the concept of charm takes on unique forms, much like the varying genres of our favorite films. While we humans dress to the nines and dab on fragrances to woo potential partners, the animal realm takes a different route. Our dapper bull, it seems, has traded in designer suits for a mud bath, a perfume of his own making, a distinctive aroma of earthiness mingled with, well, his brand. You see, the bull elk takes the art of seduction to a whole new level. Covered in a concoction of mud and, yes, his urine, he struts his stuff in an attempt to turn the heads, or should I say hooves, of the cow elks. They sometimes do this for health reasons too, but I'm betting this guy is doing it for romance. He looks like a true lover boy channeling his inner Casanova through earthly extravagance. What do you think? And for our final clip, we thought we'd wrap things up with a bit of humor. I doubt you've seen a woodpecker video funnier than this. Just watch. Now, this is something you don't come across every day, and yes, that's a woodpecker hammering, or should I say, pecking away at the window pane. It's unclear why, but if this was a restaurant and it was human, maybe a Karen, I'd say it really needed to speak to the manager. But these knocks aren't random, they've got a distinct rhythm. Pay close attention and you'll notice. It's almost as though the lad's been training in music and could distinguish between quarter notes, eighth notes, and 16th notes. All jokes aside, the beaks on those birds never cease to amaze me. They must possess remarkable strength and intensity to carry out their remarkable feats. Just imagining doing that with my head gives me a headache. Still, it's an impressive video, don't you think? And with that, we end today's episode. If you have any Trailcam footage you'd like the rest of the world to see, please send it over to us at classifiedcaptures@gmail.com. We'll make sure to include it in our upcoming video and give you the due credit. It's a fantastic way to share your captures with the rest of the world, don't you think? See you in the next episode.